Hello everyone and welcome back to Dueling Park News. My name is Chase and we are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now the last time we were here, we checked out a lot of construction going on. Similar to a lot of like Universal and Islands right now, Hollywood Studios has walls up in almost every section of the park. That includes the Muppets area, the main Hollywood area, as well as, in the past, Star Wars and Toy Story. Those walls have since gone down since a few months ago, but we're going to go back in and check out all the amazing construction going on at this theme park today. Now, it is a gorgeous day here at Hollywood Studios. The sun is shining, there's a nice breeze, and there's a lot of guests here, but I think we're going to start off with Gertie because last time we were here, Gertie had some damage done to her tail. Well, as we approach the Indiana Jones show, we can see from right here that Gertie's backside and the tail have received its little quick refurbishment. Now they were damaged during what I believe was probably damaged during the windstorm we had a few months ago since my last visit, but Gertie's looking better than ever. Let's see a little bit closer. Oh yeah, much better. I don't see any fractures, the cement looks good, and Gertie has the tail sticking back out of the water, full proportion again. That was actually kind of a whack thing to say, full proportion. I don't know why I said that. It was still sticking out of the water at full height. It's just it was cracked at the base and had a hole in it. So anyway, it's been fixed. Now naturally, as we approach Galaxy's Edge, the crowds do get bigger. Everyone always comes over here for, wow, look at the line for Star Tours actually. So that's not the line for Star Tours. That is actually the line to meet Darth Vader. Star Tours is only 5 minutes. The line to meet Darth Vader is longer. But that's okay. We're not going to meet the Sith Lord today. We're going to walk past Star Tours and check out the Monsters, Inc. construction. But like I said, as you get close to Galaxy's Edge, the crowds do pick up and it gets a little congested over here, especially now that Muppets has been closed and the walls extend further out. Well, something noticeable since the last time I've been here is all the scaffolding. Check out all the scaffolding going around the former Muppet facades. They are going to town working on them. That was Pizza Rizzo. That was the Muppets 3D building. And let's see if we can get a better shot of that actually. Zooming in, we do see that the clock still remains on top of the Muppets clock tower. I do believe that will stay when it becomes Monsters, Inc., but we can confirm when we go look over there at the concept art. As well as the water tower. I believe that's staying too, but again, we'll confirm once we go over there and look at the concept art. Just walking on the sidewalk alone over here, you can really see the work being done to Muppets. All the former signage has been scratched off. There is no more Muppet characters anywhere. It is just strictly brick building and scaffolding. Here's a good shot down the middle where you can see again, it's all the buildings. So everything that was there for Muppets is basically staying but getting a facelift to Monsters, Inc. And obviously you can see the concept art right there, so we'll get closer and take a look. But again, there's the water tower scaffolding for Pizza Rizzo over there, as well as the clock tower scaffolding for Muppets 3D Vision. And then honestly, we can kind of see the concrete work being done on one of the buildings back there. Yeah, so according to the concept art, the water tower will remain. The water fountain will remain. We can't see that, but it looks like it's going to remain behind the walls. As well as the clock tower will be getting a refurbishment. Again, everything's pretty much staying the same. It's just going to be a facelift to Monsters, Inc. Other than this back portion that is getting extended out for the new coaster that will be making its debut over here at Hollywood Studios. And here is one last look at the former Muppets Courtyard being transformed into Monstropolis for Monsters, Inc. You can see that we have some machinery staged right here, scaffolding going up the side of Muppets Vision 3D, and yeah, I mean, hey, look, it looks good, you know? Clean off the buildings. Let's put some monsters on them now. Look at how bright it is outside the tunnel into Galaxy's Edge. That's how you know it's a beautiful Florida day here in Orlando. And we're going to come around and look, they actually have a lot of the extended queue staged, probably from earlier this morning. I don't know. Oh no, it looks like Rise of the Resistance is down. We'll have to get closer to check it out. Yes, so Rise of the Resistance is currently down. They do expect it to open up later today. However, if purchased lightning lanes, I believe I heard this correctly from one of the cast members, if they have purchased lightning lanes, they are issuing new ones for other attractions here at Hollywood Studios. I don't know, guys. Every time I come to Hollywood Studios, Rise of the Resistance opens with a delay, so it has not been opening with the park recently. Well, with how congested the Monstropolis area was, Galaxy's Edge is kind of dead right now. I mean, usually it's a lot more packed than this. Maybe everyone left since Rise of the Resistance is down. Well, let's head over to Smuggler's Run and check up on that area, because soon we will have, well, not a new attraction, but an update. Now, Smuggler's Run is showing a 55-minute wait, which is crazy. Usually it's never this long of a wait. However, it could be due to the fact that Rise of the Resistance is down right now, so everyone has rushed over here to see Smuggler's Run. But I did want to mention that if you are visiting Disney or Hollywood Studios in late May or this summer, starting May 22nd, Smuggler's Run is getting an upgrade, so it's going to have different missions. Some of those missions are going to involve the Mandalorian and Grogu. And I believe it also sounds like they are going to have some different options when it comes to the buttons you press, when to press them, you know, so it's going to be kind of like a new game each time, which is good to hear, because Smuggler's Run's not my favorite attraction for Star Wars over here. It's cool. I'm glad to see it finally get like even cooler missions, but most of the time I just go straight to Rise of the Resistance. And again, that is going to make its debut on May 22nd. So starting May 22nd, we will be able to try out the Mandalorian and Grogu missions. I would like to see that. However, on May 22nd, that is also the 1-year anniversary of Epic Universe. So I might be missing that opening day for Mando and Grogu. Well, let's finish our lap through Galaxy's Edge. Come over here, we might be lucky enough to see some Stormtroopers or Kylo Ren. However, it does not look like we are. But if you're curious to find out where the blue milk and green milk location is, that's right here. And you can get a rum floater on top of that. If not, you can just chill with the green milk and blue milk. And to me, the blue milk is superior. Well, we will make our way out of Galaxy's Edge now. There was no Kylo Ren, no Stormtroopers. I briefly spotted Rey interacting with guests. However, since Rise is down, not really much to talk about. Well, here we are. We have finally entered Toy Story Land, which is the epitome of heat with all this concrete and no shade. And I'm not joking when I say that. So just be mindful of that when you're over here. In recent news, this popcorn stand did open over here as you make your way into Toy Story Land from Galaxy's Edge. It is in front of the bathrooms. It's still a new addition, so check it out. They've got some great options. They do have some Pizza Planet spring rolls that I would really like to try, so I might do that on the way out. Alien Swirling Saucers is showing a 35-minute wait. We will not be riding it today, but I did briefly want to focus on Buzz Lightyear over here. So speaking of Buzz Lightyear, over in Magic Kingdom, his ride opened back up at fully refurbished. So the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger shooting game. So I need to make my way back over there and actually give that a try now that's been fully refurbed. Looks good from the photos and videos I've seen. There are some umbrellas you can stand under. And they've added a lot more over there if you're entering Slinky's roller coaster. However, it's still not enough in this land. I mean, look at how many people are in here right now. Look at the sunlight and look at the concrete. I mean, it's just a hot heat zone area. Yeah, it's hot over here. And here I was thinking that spring break was over. Look at these crowds coming into Toy Story Land. And they're coming in from the side entrance over there where the old Animation Courtyard is, like behind Mickey and Minnie. And there goes Slinky. But there is such a massive amount of people over here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't go check on the time for Slinky, so let's go check that out. So Slinky Dog Dash is showing an 80-minute wait. And this is what I was saying earlier when I mentioned that they have added the umbrellas over here. It's because the queue will extend all the way through Toy Story Land over here. And it's hot, y'all. Like, it's summertime hot over here in Florida almost every day. And the line is not getting, any smaller. So glad to see they added some umbrellas. Check it out. There goes the Toy Soldier drum line. Haven't seen them in probably years, so that's cool to see them again. That's not saying that they haven't been performing, I just haven't seen them in years. So that was pretty cool. They used to have a bigger little toy soldier parade, if I remember correctly. Oh, and then there's Woody. All right, let me hop out of Toy Story Land just because I just need to get out of here. I don't want to block any of these kids from seeing their favorite Toy Story characters. Coming over here on the backside of Mickey and Minnie before we turn left towards Animation Courtyard, we do see that Avatar, Fire and Ash, as well as Hoppers remain the two big advertisements on the backside of the building. Yeah, it is really congested over here. I wonder if one of the shows for Ariel just dumped, because a lot of people have just crowded this area over here. But as you see, as we make our way to the entrance to the Ariel show, we have construction walls on our right, and we have construction walls on our left. And I will get a little bit closer to them now. I'm going to skip the Ariel show to look at all the construction walls that have come into the exit gift shop. I mean, they have really pushed it underneath the shelter now, so they must be really ramping up construction right here. Oh, check it out. Okay, so this is the exit to the Little Mermaid show. When you exit, you can choose to go that way to the gift shop, or you can actually come down this construction corridor. You know, I love to say that. The construction path, the construction wall corridor, and it sounds like they're actually doing some heavy machinery stuff out there right now. But look at this. They've opened this up as an exit. I don't know how long it's been like this. Last time I was here, it was not like that. You can literally just walk all around. Does that mean they're doing construction from the side of the Little Mermaid show to right here? I would assume so, right? Because why would they close it off? And again, all of this over here used to be the former Animation Courtyard. It is now being transformed into the Walt Disney Studios lot. Walt Disney Studios, I'll have to check the official name again, but it's going to turn into the Walt Studios Animation lot or office area, paying homage to the offices in Burbank. Yeah, so I just looked on their website again. It is going to be called the Walt Disney Studios area. No area, just the Walt Disney Studios. And again, it's going to be paying homage to the Burbank offices, and in it's going to have like animation parties. They're going to have more updated, but also paying homage to the classic animation that Walt Disney World, or sorry, not Walt Disney World, but that, you know, Walt Disney was known for. Oh, and there's also a drawing show coming back, and it's going to have an Olaf animatronic that will teach us how to draw. I should also mention that, yes, while this was the Animation Courtyard, dead straight ahead of me right now, that building that has the metal exposed, that was the Star Wars launch bay. So that was an area where you could go see a lot of the Star Wars stories visualized in like the concept art. They had props. They had that's where Darth Vader was doing his meet and greet area. I believe there was a BB-8 meet and greet area inside here as well. Yes, so this is also being transformed into the Walt Disney Studios area that will be making its debut soon here at Hollywood Studios. And again, if you are visiting here in late May or early summer, or just the summer in general, this area is supposed to open summer 2026. Well, let's head out of here and make our way back up towards the old Hollywood area as we go check out what's going on with the Muppet takeover for Rock and Roller Coaster. Making our way down Hollywood, we get a great shot of the Tower of Terror. Still my favorite version over here in the United States. Yes, I will be salty, because as much as I do love Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe our Tower of Terror theming, you know, the Twilight Zone theming, is much better than Guardians of the Galaxy. So I apologize, Disney California Adventure. So here is the tower again in all of its glory, and we are going to turn left and head towards the old Rock and Roller Coaster to see what's going on over here. Well, for starters, when you make your way over here, you will see that the car that hangs below the Rock and Roller Coaster arch has received what I assume is the full Muppet overlay, at least for the paint. It's got its weird red, wavy, orange swirl look, as well as the blue musical notes that are donning the sides and the hood. You know, just crazy and funky, just like the Muppets. They have also moved the A-frame sign that I spotted last time I was here. It was over there, which they still do have another one. This one now is right here as soon as you enter under the arch, telling you that Rock and Roller Coaster is currently closed. As we make our way over to the guitar that used to, well, it still does don the side of the building, it is covered in scrim, and it actually does not look like it's red anymore. It looks like we've got either where they've scraped the paint off and it's just like that gray concrete-y look, or they've started going in and painting it blue. Well, right here we can see the edge of it sticking out. So yes, that is just from where they have scraped the red paint off. So it is not being painted as of yet, or unless there's been some areas inside there that have been painted. However, the top portion right here is just scraped. So that gray blue look is what lies underneath the red paint that used to be here for Aerosmith. It's kind of funny though, because according to the concept art, it's still keeping that red bass color. No, I don't mean bass as in like a bass guitar. I mean like the bass paint scheme was red. But it's going to have these like rainbow swirls going around it where Rock and Roller Coaster is. Also, starring the Muppets. Well, let's make our way over to the queue of the former Rock and Roller Coaster and see if they've made any changes over here. So from standing over here and just peeking in between the little fern barricades or plant barricades, it does not look like any progress has been made over in the queue. I do see some of these switchbacks have been taped, like with masking tape. If you can see that right there, let me zoom in just a little bit. There you go. You can see some of the metal switchbacks have received blue masking tape. I'm wondering if that's because those are staying and they're labeling those now so the contractors and construction crew doesn't tear them up. And of course, over at the corner of all of this area, whatever you can call this area now, is the Villains show. Ooh, and they have a spiel playing right now. It is Villains Unfairly Ever After. It replaced the Lightning McQueen show that was here. I do believe, like I really do believe that this was a test to see how guests would react to a certain show elements for the Villains Land coming to Magic Kingdom within the next few years. Well, let's head back to the entrance of Hollywood and have some closing remarks for today's Hollywood Studios update video. And again, at least if you're visiting this summer and starting late May, you'll get to see some new additions. Well, again, I guess it's not really new additions, but updates to certain things. So you'll get to see the Mandalorian and Grogu ride updates. You might be able to get that mission if you ride it. Might have to re-ride it to get that mission though. As well as the Walt Disney Studios themed area. There will be animation shows over there, as well as like character meet and greets and more so kids activities, especially with the drawing and the Olaf animatronic. Well, everyone, that's going to end my day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you are visiting during this time frame, you are seeing a lot of the parks, not just here, but at Universal, receive construction walls and massive amounts of refurbishing, TLC, and scaffolding. But there's a bright side. The good news is, at least over here at Hollywood Studios, starting May 22nd, so just in a month, some change, Smuggler's Run will be receiving its Mandalorian and Grogu update. Again, check it out if you're coming. As well as the Walt Disney Studios area replacing the Launch Bay and Animation Courtyard. Being over there though, I was like, ugh, they got a lot of work to do. And I can't imagine it's too much work. They've already got some of the big things out of the way, like the giant arch that you would walk through to get over there. That's gone now. It looks like Launch Bay, the former Star Wars Launch Bay, is receiving its, not a demolition, but receiving its facelift. All that exposed metal is showing now. So they're working on it. They're going to have it done, right guys? They're going to have it done before the end of summer. While there's no official date for the Walt Disney Studios area opening up, just be wary. Like it says opening up summer of 2026. Whether that's the beginning, the middle, or the end, I don't know. But hey, I'll be here checking in on it, every stage, every process, every construction wall along the way. So thank you for watching, thank you for following along, and I will see you in the next update video.